Today's video is going to be weird. Not this kind of weird, but weird nonetheless.
Bye, have a great time.
So as a brief overview, the Bermuda Triangle is roughly this area of the world where some planes and boats have mysteriously disappeared in the past. It's an allegedly suspicious region in real life, but Airline Commander moved it to a different place with a development oversight. Something that has happened frequently and severely with this game.
Bruh.
But why is the North Pole weird in this game, and how do you avoid it? First of all, most of you won't be getting close enough to experience these problems. Most players aren't hunting for full flights, and even as an avid full flight hunter, I only encountered this once or twice in the years I've been playing. Now let's talk behavior. The first stage is entering the North Pole region. We're talking about true north, rather than the North Magnetic Pole. You can tell when you enter the region when you see this circle in the autopilot map. You will also experience some very weird phenomenons, such as your waypoints being shifted off your flight path. As you get closer to the pole, you may start to notice that you are getting slower on the autopilot map. I tried to fly directly at the North Pole, but all that happened was that I went slower, and slower, and slower. At that rate, I was going to run out of fuel before reaching my destination if I kept going. To avoid being trapped and disappearing, I had to turn around and leave the area instead. While exiting, strange things continued to happen, such as waypoints sinking into the ground under me, despite being hundreds of miles away, and waypoints further away being shown. If your flight path goes too close to the pole, it's best to avoid it entirely. So what should you do if this happens to you? The strat is simple. Turn around, set your autopilot close to 180 degrees. You can add extra degrees depending on which direction you want to turn later. I set mine to 200.
Bruh.
Check your autopilot map from time to time until you catch it refreshing.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Once that happens, you are far enough away from the pole to resume normal flight. Set your autopilot to 270 degrees. You can add or subtract a few degrees if you want to connect to a later point of the flight path. Whatever waypoint you try to reach but couldn't reach will still be in front of you, because the Earth is round. Since you are still close to the North Pole, flying at heading 270 means you are circling around the pole. If you keep flying like that, you can even make a full circle around the pole, but that's a waste of time and I won't do it.
Do it!
Just keep flying until you reach your flight path. Be careful not to overshoot it like I did there. Now you may be wondering, Mr. Lobster Man, what if I took the Rumline route instead? You can, but it may take much more time to complete, and much more room for error or deviation. In this flight, you'd be going an extra 1,800 miles, or around an extra 3 hours and 20 minutes, on top of the flight path that would already take maybe 13 hours if you just flew around the North Pole area. That's a lot of extra miles, and a lot of hours. You probably won't run into this situation anytime soon, especially if you didn't unlock anything after the A330. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back again later for another video.
Oh.